Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button and keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. Alright folks, here we are on Thursday, November 9th. We're going to take a look at CGC today, so Canopy Growth with earnings and some reaction to earnings coming up. I wanted to see what we might look for if it booms, busts, or just decides to move sideways for a while. And to me, the most important thing is this downtrend resistance. This is very similar to ACB, as you would imagine. The charts are relatively similar. These stocks can often just kind of move together in the interim, but earnings can be something that kind of separates them a bit, and they can have different reactions. But CGC, my concern here is just that it is curling back down toward the downtrend resistance, and we see this all too often. A stock breaks downtrend resistance, but then it doesn't really get distance from it. And without getting distance from it, it just sort of gets drawn back down into or onto that downtrend resistance again, especially for a stock that has been generally in a long-term downtrend. That's my concern. So we'll see. Obviously earnings could be the catalyst that gives it the oomph and the gusto to get that distance from it, but we'll have to see. Now levels-wise, it's sitting right at about an important support or resistance level, depending on which side it's on, but 58.08 is sitting there, and then below that 50.53. I didn't plot below that just because below that, you have pretty thin action, but we could sort of reference back here, but then also I would just sort of rely on this trend line to see if it starts following this, if it really gets drawn down that far. Now to the upside, 66.33. 76.58, 84.87, 101. There weren't any gaps that made sense to sort of call out based on this daily time frame at least. So those ones made sense though based on recent and historical price action. Now over here on the Thinkorswim study, we see it's pinned to the mid-range of the channel at the moment. So again, sitting there in sort of like this indecisive, ready to kind of go anywhere sort of situation. And same thing here in the histogram. I mean, that bearish momentum picked up really strong, kind of died off, and had this long tail of dying off, and now is back to the baseline, but is not triggering, but it is sitting at the mid-range. So plenty of room, even the RSI moving, relatively sideways at the moment. So sideways on the RSI, at the baseline on the histogram. Sitting at the mid-range of the channel in an overall on the daily time frame again, downtrend still, as you would imagine, but basically giving itself an opportunity to go anywhere, including, don't forget this, including sideways. I feel like people always forget that. This channel is actually quite compressed at the moment too, so we see the compression back here and the results with that, right? You had a big boom up and outs, and that's something that can happen with these sort of like more volatile stocks. We had a channel was wider here, compressed, and then bang, she moved down really hard for a long time. So again, that can happen in either direction. So this is don't take this as me saying that it has to do that or it's going to do that, but just to note as that channel compresses in these volatile stocks, that can be something to look for. All right, folks, I hope that you have had a good trading week and that you enjoy the weekend coming up. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.